Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all very much for watching today's video. We're going to be taking a look at a number of things today. I've got a couple of nice articles for us to have a look at, one in regards to silver, one in regards to gold. And then, of course, we're also going to have a look at the analysis on Bitcoin. There we go. So it'll be an interesting day as well. Today's the day we're going to be doing a giveaway as well. So this is only applicable for those in the live stream. So just a heads up, I haven't advertised this because I respect the guys that come in here every day and get involved with the live stream. So the live stream, the giveaway is only available to those in the live stream. Rules are in the description. So guys, just take a look and you'll see the rules there. That's how we're going to play this. Paranoid Philosopher, man, how are you doing today? Excellent. It's good to see you. I'm trying something a bit new today. I've got StreamYard up in front of me here, and I'm sharing individual screens, so we're going to see how this is going to work out. But so far so good. I can see everything. I can see the comments here as well. You got Paranoid Philosopher there. He says hello, interesting market indeed. S&P's here as well. Good to see you as well, my friend. A coin collector and silver junkie. So again, thank you for showing up on today, and it's obviously the last live stream for the week, and then we start on Monday again. When I mean live stream, this is just the market live stream. Kongleg says, Paranoid Philosopher, haven't you seen you in a while? Haven't seen you in a while, sorry. And then we've got S&P says, hope everyone has been enjoying all the crazy ups and downs and everything from crypto to precious metals to the stock market. I've enjoyed the ups and downs. S&P, he's an interesting character. Anyway, so we've got 4 in the chat in the live stream currently at the minute. So again, just thank you guys out there. We're going to get this started. As you guys can see in front of me here, we have silver. We're going to be looking at all the other precious metals as well. What is the conflict says what is the new software that shows the chat in the video? Yeah, this is StreamYard, so I can use the StreamYard function, and I can actually select certain comments, and I can put the comments up on the screen. So, for instance, here, Silver Junkie, he's put a comment. I can put that up on the screen here. It says, "Lol, funny and true story. My wife found a roll of silver eagles from 2014. I forgot I had. I felt like I'd received free silver." S&P says a better win. Can't start winning gores like Yankee does. Never seen someone win 30 gores in 1 year. Conspiracy. Oh, we're up to 5 here. So now, yeah. So for those that are here, I am giving away. We're going to be doing a giveaway in the live stream only. So the rules, details for entry are all in the description. So again, we're going to be doing some crypto. I've got some Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin, whichever you prefer. We'll take a look at that. So Sucker for Silver says, "Nice, Silver Junkie. I once found a 1/4 ounce gold under my car seat that I didn't remember losing." Wow, that's fantastic, man. That must have been one heck of a surprise. It's almost like finding a couple of dollars or a couple of half dollars underneath the actual underneath your seat. Imagine that. Right, so let's get to it. Let's look at silver here. So today when we were finishing yesterday's live stream, we were up to this point here. We were sort of on the edge of the support line, and we were either going to narrow in on this this sort of triangle wedge that we see here. However, what we had, what was the result was we tried to push up further, but there was still selling pressure due. So we ended up in a downward trend straight away. So we broke down instead of breaking up, although we did come close over here. So we're now trying to get back into that that zone. But now we broke, well, I wouldn't say broken down, but effectively there's still a fair amount of selling pressure. So today pretty much is just a profit-taking day that we see. I mean, the weekly candle, guys, is still looking good, although the last couple of days, have been pretty rough. But, we're still looking great on the weekly. Nothing to be too concerned about at the moment. We're still trading well. We're in the 1690s from that perspective. So, you know, we're still looking pretty good. This is the weekly here. So we've got a strong upward momentum candle, nice, fairly good wick, and then a couple of weeks of just sideways movement. As we can see there, we sort of stayed within that range, and then this week we've just had another parabolic move on the uptrend with a nice wick as well. Sorry, just gonna go here quick. I'll probably take that comment down. There we go. Oh, I think we're up to 6. One click that says 2,000 is only a matter of time, in my opinion. 2,000, geez, that's some estimate there. Coin collector. I presume you're talking about gold, right? Oh yeah, there we go. S&P says silver 79. Do you think gold could hit 2,000? Shadow Stacker made a great video today with some amazing points. Has anyone seen it? I haven't seen it. No. Look, there's always potential for it to move higher. I mean, there's a fair amount of bullish potential currently at the minute. All the investors are all saying that they're expected to see higher highs. So it's just a matter of time, really. It's not the if, it's the when. So again, it's not the if, it's the when. So it's the when we get to that level. Everyone sits on that like button. Yeah, please hit the like button. That's another, in case you've missed the details for entry. You've got to like the video, so just make sure you like the video. Sucker for Silver says, if gold goes to 2K, it will run past it. It will run past it, as we've already made the attempt as of it in the last bull run. Also, if it breaks that point, then we're 100% in a bull market, because obviously we're still sitting in the shadow of the previous high. So in order to break up, in order for a higher high, we've really got to break through that pennant, and then of course, effectively there is nothing further ahead of it. So the moment we break 1900, we're pretty much out of that bear market. If gold goes to 2K, we are screwed. Apparently, that's only if you're buying. John Smith's here. Hey John, how are you doing? It's good to see you, buddy. Oh, there we go. This is Coin Collector. He says, "Lol, but us silver and gold stackers are less screwed than everyone else." That is a very good point, Coin Collector. We're already ahead of the game, man. We're like a small percentage, and we're already ahead of the game, man. Whether we're in crypto or precious metals or just precious metals, you know, anyone who holds any silver or any gold is way ahead of the average man on the streets. That's World Stalker says, Coin Collector, wishful thinking. We've been rejoicing and freaking out when gold grows by $100 over a year. Now you think it'll jump 400. Stephen Heath, man, how you doing, Stephen? It's good to see you, buddy. Thanks for watching today. It's great to see you. And then we've got John Smith says, I'm good, SL, getting my daily news on metals and cryptos. Love it. Thank you very much for sticking around. Yeah, so I think we're pretty much finished there on silver. So we're going to end a nice green candle for the week, which is great, and hopefully we can keep on trucking next week. In relation to a start next week, hopefully we can get more bullish momentum further up, and then we can start aiming higher. Because, like I've said previously, and I've shown in previous videos, we're moving into a fair amount of buying zones here. Just by the look of some of these green candles, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like strong buying particularly in that area there. I mean, this is obviously from a couple of years back, but still, it's looking pretty good. So once we start getting up there, we could see highs of over $18. I'm not saying immediately, but look, the market was quite different than a couple of years back. But anything we do now just makes the old obsolete. So I mean, if you look at where we are now, price-wise, we were at this price on the 11th of June 2018. That was the last time we were at this price. Was in June of 2018. If you look at our moving averages, man, we're looking pretty good. You know, that isn't resistance at all. We're well above that from the 200 moving day moving average. 100, we're way above that. We're way above our moving averages. So everything certainly does look positive on that front. Silver City Dude says raid from Parker. No ways. It's Parker up to it, man. Mary Love, how you doing? It's good to see you. Well, Stalker says, oh, that's wishful thinking. We saw that. Coin Collector says, let me go and get back on the screen there. There we go. Coin Collector says, it can happen, and the world economy is at a very delicate stage with trade wars and issues in the Gulf. Eurozone still has structural issues, so I can see 2000 pretty soon. There you go. And don't forget, there's a lot influences the prices of gold, and particularly at the minute, it doesn't look too great for the world economy, I think, in general. You know, with lower interest rates coming, the trade war with China, you know, there's a fair amount of information out there. There's more central banks buying gold than ever before. There's issues with negative yields as well, so that's all pushing stuff into precious metals, which is why we're going to look at these two articles here as well. So let's just have a look at. I want to just see if we can. Let's see if we can get onto gold currently. Right. Okay. So next one we're going to look at. Sorry, I just need to take that. CoinClick says I can't really see it dropping much in value though, Will Stalker. So we have nothing to lose. And let's get cracking with gold. Right. Right, looking at the gold chart, the gold chart's very interesting because we haven't really had a breakdown. It's still been trading within this triangle here. If we have a look at our support lines, we have a 50-day moving average here. That seems to be holding. If you have a look here on the 8th, we had this green candle. The wick touched the 50-day moving average, went back up. If we have a look here, we are breaking through, but we are, you know, the candles do appear to be above them. Although this last candle, which is the one we're in at the minute, is still waiting to close. We still have half an hour there, so there is still a chance that we can end up above this line of support. We also have our trending line on the bottom here, so effectively that is still holding. You can see our wicks there just touching and going back up, and there's our resistance line as well. So everything is still looking fairly good for gold. Gold is currently priced at $1,497 an ounce, so definitely one to watch out for. There you go. Coin Collector says 15 watching and only 11 likes. Hit that like button, everybody. Where are we? Back on gold. Okay, great. So we're going to keep an eye on that now. Let's look at gold on the weekly. So again, we're going to be closing that weekly candle today. Still looking fantastic, guys. Just look at this run for gold. We've had 2 weeks of selling effectively, and we've had a great number of weeks in the green. We're still looking pretty good. Again, we've broken out of this line here of this weekly ascending triangle. We're still looking pretty good, and for next week, I'm sure it's going to power on through. It's going to be an interesting week next week. I'm looking forward to reporting some good news for precious metals, gold and silver preferably, and platinum. So again, we're going to keep an eye on this channel here. It's looking very good, and it's setting up next week in regards to gold. So gold, $1,497 an ounce currently. $7, just it's about $8 down currently at the minute. let's check the chat there. So Will Stalker says, CoinCollect, the thing is, none of us know at all. Not a single YouTube channel can predict things that I've seen. Just smoke. It's interesting that you bring that up, Will Stalker, because, man, I tell you what, the channels out there that are, I had a look at the, when I was looking at Bitcoin yesterday, I was looking at the volume, man, and the volume is just crap. If I can use those hard words. When I was looking at, what's nice about looking at the chart here is that you can see the volume here, and you can see between that blue and the red on screen. So let me just go and select that there. On this side here, you can see what it's buying for and what it's selling for. When we see the Bitcoin chart, you'll be able to see exactly what the order is, which is great. Now, when I was looking at that order, there was literally, it's just retail customers at the moment buying. There's no institutions, or the way these channels bang on, like there's institutions coming in. I'm sure they are coming in, but they are not coming in. And I've said this numerous times, they are not coming in right now. They're waiting for something. It's almost like the retail investors are the ones having to do all the work to get to one point, and then they'll step in. So either they're waiting for all the retail investors to pump the price up, and then they're going to step in and possibly either pump up some more. But that certainly seems to be the way Bitcoin is acting. So we're going to take a look at it shortly. Paranoid Philosopher, he says, I'm definitely going to pick up some more cheap gold coins in the next few days. Sounds great. Coin Collector says, yes, hit liming. That's Stephen E. True, and just my opinion, you don't have to agree with me. Silver City says, Paranoid Philosopher, some people are saying that the deal to get 1 ounce of gold for $1,260 plus free silver is still good. Others are saying it doesn't work. We have Will Stalker. I keep seeing all these stacking channels who have no financial educational background making big conclusions and claims and predictions when they get all their information from similar channels. You know what's interesting, Will Stalker? Since I started doing this, now there was nobody doing this. Now, since I started doing it, now there's a good couple of channels now that have either started doing financial. I wouldn't say financial, but looking at charts and doing, where is gold headed and all this kind of stuff. And before that, there wasn't that many that were doing it, and I've seen more of them do it. And particularly when I'm looking at articles, I put the articles on first, and then I see them on other channels later. So I don't know if they're just hanging around my channel or what the story is, getting all the news. And hey, I don't mind. I mean, as long as they're here, they're watching my channel. But it's interesting. I mean, obviously, it's just more information out there. So it's I just wonder if that is the case sometimes. Paranoid Philosopher says, I hear you, Silver City. Time will tell, mate. Will Stalker says, got to consider your sources. Warren Buffett doesn't make moves based on a random anonymous guy on YouTube with 3,000 subs. Yeah, that is a very good point. Paranoid Philosopher, everyone has their opinion, but only time will tell. Silver City Dude says, Will Stalker, you are full of it. I can make a prediction. 10 billion years from now, the price of gold and silver on Earth won't matter. See, look, I mean, people can make predictions. Don't get me wrong. I mean, this is how I would see a prediction. I'll be right, guys. So gold's looking good. Where I see gold over the next week, I see it higher than it is today. There it is. It doesn't tell you much, but at least then you're sort of being a bit more honest. You're not saying it's going to reach $1,600 next week, or it's interesting when I'm watching Bitcoin, these YouTube guys, man, and they're constantly changing the thumbnails. The first one I saw, Bitcoin at 14 grand, Bitcoin at 16 grand. Then it was Bitcoin at 20 by the end of the year. I'm just like, guys, there's no need to put that information out there. Just work on what you have now. That's the best thing you can do. let's have a look. Sorry, that was Silver City. He's already put that point out there. We've got Coin Collector says, I get your point, Bullstalker. My opinions are based on my own research and opinions as an university economics student. There you go. There we go. Stephen Heath, it's official, everybody. He said he's a chocolate pumper. Hey, you concurrent, man. How you doing? He's just saying hello to everybody. Let's see. He says, hello, everyone. There is a fierce currency battle going over to the US and China. That is correct. The Chinese are trying to devalue their currency, making it more competitive for exports. Obviously, the US don't like that, but obviously they're able to use their offshore yuan in order to bypass the well, not bypass. They're able to use their offshore yuan to basically counter the tariffs on Chinese goods. There was an article on that. I didn't show it, but there's an article out there. You guys are welcome to check it. Also, sterling dropping against euro and dollar. Very nice. I wouldn't say very nice, but thanks for that. Stephen E says Limey is a trendsetter. They're stealing your ideas, Limey. Hey, but I'm the first guy on during the day. You gotta admit that. Okay, Coin Collector. I based that on how you just said you heard it from Shadow Stack Channel, so I just assumed. There we go. They always say assumption is the. I'm also a business and finance. Sorry, he's also got a business and finance degree. Nice. Okay. Silver City dude. He says the cutoff date to join is this month. Better hurry up while you can, World Stalker. World Stalker, just everyone's saying hello to each other. There we go. World Stalker put a comment here. Lol. What if Elon finds and mines a gold asteroid and brings demand to zero? Yeah, that you know, we're likely to see pigs fly. With stuff like that going on. AU concurrence. I hope I actually say that right. AU Corrance. AU Corrance. So saying hi there to Philosopher. Aussie Alchemist is here, man. Aussie, how are you doing? It's good day. Silver Limey 79. There you go. Good to see you, Aussie. That's his channel there. Very, very cool. Silver City dude, obviously in response to Will Stokes, it seems like the hype to go broke, trying to do that. And then that's his response. Silver City, he seems like the one to succeed. He launched the car around the sun. Right. Paranoid Philosopher says some low-key comedians in here today. Well, Stalker, I don't see any names on here, but it's in the reference to the precious metals fearmongers. One of them has a cut-off date. Hey, Parker, how you doing, buddy? Apparently you you got everyone sent over here. Was that correct? Hey, man, thanks for that. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Coin Collector. He's having a good laugh there. Then we've got Will Stalker says, I've got no idea what you're talking about, though. Wait, pigs can't fly? Right, guys, getting back to it. So we're now that I'm up to date with the comments there, let's take a look at Platinum, guys. Chrome tab and Platinum. Yeah, for those that are making, we've got 14 there, and we will be giving some crypto away. So we're going to do. There's the details. The rules are all in the description. There is a set amount. Obviously, I can give it to you either in Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin, whichever your preference is. Obviously, you can see the requirements that are needed for that. So, guys, don't forget, we're going to do a random number generator. Once you've said the initial number and you got it correct, we're going to do a number from 1 to 5. So you'll have a 1 to 5 chance initially to choose the correct number, and then we'll keep doing it from there. So it'll be one guess each. So just make sure you hang around for that. Right, let's get to it. So platinum. This is the platinum chart. So again, platinum isn't looking too bad. Again, well, it looks like we're into consolidation mode for platinum, which, you know what consolidation equals over the longer term? It means big breakouts. So there's our support line. As we can see there, it's pretty much in place. We're sort of trading well above it, but we're not even at this section here, even though we're in the middle, we're not even touching it currently, which is great. So platinum's looking very interesting. We've had a couple of knocks there on the on resistance levels, and in fact quite a few. So again, I'm more than I sort of sense that we're going to be starting to, by next week, we're going to start momentum moving upwards, and then hopefully have a breakout in regards to platinum. Who's got platinum in the chat currently? There we go. Silver City Dude says it's insane how people fall into these things. Oh, that game, nice, says Comic Back. Yeah, I'm going to try and make it as fair. It's not just like I'm just going to give away stuff just by choosing one number. you gotta work for it. Stephen Heath says, "Can I exchange my my crypto into precious metals, Limey? If I win. Look, so long as you have a crypto account, buddy. That was one of the rules. You've got to have a crypto account. You can do what you like with it. Once you get it, it's entirely up to you. That's just one of the requirements." Will Stalker says, he's obviously having a good laugh there as well. There we go. Just say hello there to Parker Ebert, the penny holder. Okay, bye everyone. Hope everyone has an amazing day. Parker, thank you very much for getting the guys around here. That's awesome. Thank you. Enjoy your day further, my friend. And thanks again. Have a great weekend. Sucker for Silver says, just a little platinum. Lovely. No plat to the industrial for me. That's Aussie. Will Stalker, I love that he says Silver City. That's why me and Limey coined the term Moon Boys. Shoot to the moon soon. Oh man. And you know what was interesting? There's an article there about MoneyGram. I've officially started to use XRP, and they've obviously seen a major benefit. But they're the sort of first one that's actually officially rolled out XRP for everyone knows MoneyGram. So XRP is a cryptocurrency. And then, of course, you look at the volume, and there's no volume there. So, as much as they are using it, it's not having any effect on the price at the minute. And there's loads of great news coming out of XRP, but again, it's because the majority of the time it's just no one's investing in altcoins right now. And we're going to take a look at that as well, because I've got some interesting. I've got my feeling on how things are going to transpire, because Bitcoin's just not getting above 12. It just seems to be battling. The moment it's up there, and there's a reason for that. As I said, I think there's just retail investors at the minute, and it just seems like everyone's just shorting it. They're trying to get the appetite in for all the bigger players, but there's just no appetite there. So it's the reason why the altcoins are suffering. Is everyone had their money to start with. Now they're taking more money from the altcoins to try and pump into Bitcoin. So I wonder if people are making losses on it, and just like hemorrhaging money out of altcoins. Certainly seems to be the way, but we'll take a look at it. But yeah, Moon Boys, and there's plenty of Moon Boy channels out there. The guys are very optimistic on various things: precious metals, cryptocurrencies. But Silver City says, "I got my first piece of platinum recently. 10,000 Britannia. Nice one, man. I'll tell you what, those 10,000 Britannias are nice, but again, just the premiums, man. I really want to get into platinum, but yeah, I need to wait for the premiums to drop a bit." Stephen E says, "I don't have an account I feel discriminated against." Those are the rules, buddy. I started this up. Those are the rules. All you have to do is set one up, man. It takes like 5 minutes. It's like once you got an account, you're done. Aussie Alchemist Silver City, what's the premium like? Yeah, the premium is pretty hefty. I think they're also applicable to VAT as well, or sales tax. Conclave says, "Lol, Stephen Heath, EPNS, you can give it to me." You never know. Somebody might give you an exchange for it or something like that if you like. Will Stalker says, "Yeah, they say XRP will be huge." There we go. There's another one there. Yeah, they say XRP will be huge. Yeah, because Filipinos use MoneyGram to send money. Problem is, I'm in the Philippines and no one has any money. Yeah, but what they're referring to, Will Stoker, is that people that are in the States sending money back home. That's apparently the major thing. Silver City here as well. He says Aussie, mine was $93, I think, from Provident Metals. What was the ounceage that you got there, Silver City dude? Right, so that's platinum, everybody. Looking at the charts here for platinum, we can see we're still tracking well. Let's have a look at platinum on the daily. Sorry, guys, I'm just some of the comments aren't coming through here, oddly enough. I'll just see now. Oh, no, it looks like everyone is 10,000. Yep, that's right. Everyone's commenting here. There we go. This is Stephen Heath. He says, "Limey, you are a crypto pumper." You're getting so bad at that corn chap. How am I a crypto pumper? All I do is I talk precious metals and crypto prices, man. I'm not here going, yeah, Bitcoin's gonna go up to 15K, man. Get involved. I'll tell you what, there's some scary channels out there that just don't have a clue, man. Yeah, the amount of time that I've got, this is when we were running up to the high. There was mentioned before, there was a channel out there that just all of a sudden did a video and said, yeah, look, this coin here, blah blah blah, get in guys. And what happened was there was obviously we'd hit that high, there was a massive pullback, and of course, is that guy making a video to say sorry? Do your own research, something like that? No. So just be careful out there, guys. Silver Silver says 1/10 ounce platinum was on sale at Provident for $93, but now it's back to 103. 93. Jeez, that's like, yeah, that seems to be, it's like 20% premium on platinum these days. Stephen Heath, my man, whoever Corn is, I think you secretly have a love affair with him. You promote him more than anybody else. Redneck Stacker, hey man, how you doing, Redneck? No, it's good to see you, buddy. Redneck Stacker's here. Awesome, he's just saying, hey, Aussie. And of course, hello to me as well. Jamison 870's here as well, guys. Thank you all very much for joining me. This is fantastic. Let's have a look. Redneck Stacker there says hello there, Stephen. Yeah, the best way to do it. Yeah, that is the best way to do it, SD. Usually that deals come to me. Yeah, that is the best way. Never chase anything. I've always said, don't chase anything. Just let the deals come to what you want to pay. I mean, obviously, if people are currently saying, yeah, they want to see a $13 silver. Well, then I'd say, yeah, possibly. You could be waiting a long time, but hey, at least you're putting your you put it on the on the table and you said, this is when I'm buying in. Try and be flexible, guys, because as the market starts moving, as much as everybody wants lower price silver, but try and be flexible. There's no point sticking with 13 if silver's at 18, 19, $20 and you're like, yeah, I still want to see $13 silver, because you'll never get in. You'll never get in the market. So just be realistic in regards to it. As the price moves up, then just move with it, but then always buy the dips. Buy the dips. Always buy the dips. Jody Rhodes says he chased my wife. Redneck Stacker, he says, Limey, we need to work out a trade soon. You got, man, I tell you what, Redneck, you've got an awesome poll there, man. That I think I've seen it on Seduced by Silver. Absolutely loves you, man. The amount of stuff I've seen on her channel. But yeah, man, you've got an excellent poll there. The channel poll is awesome, man. Congrats on that. That's over. Jody Rhodes says, bought more platinum today. We'll buy more. CoinClick that says, genius advice, so easy to do in hindsight. And then Stephen Heath says, Red, you get my package. That sounds nice. I'm a dip, says Aussie Alchemist. To me, I view platinum as an investment, whereas I view gold and silver as stores of wealth for the long term. Well, you said, I mean, the reason why a lot of people would say that is because the premiums for silver are so high. You know, if you guys think of it in relation to percentage value, you know, when we had even if we look now, we've got $17 silver, we pay $3 on average, $3 over spot as a premium, which, you know, you're looking at what, 20%, just over 20% of the coin's value is a premium, which is massive, guys. So, I mean, obviously, short-term wise, if anyone's looking at short-term, buying silver is just not the right metal. It just isn't, unless you're buying investment grade MS70s or PF70s or something like that, and you know there's only 1,000 of them or something like that, and you can flip it. Then that would actually make sense in order to do that. But I mean, if anyone's looking at buying silver and expecting to get a return on it short-term wise, I'd say, you know, there are other investments to look at. Again, that's just my thoughts. I'm sure everyone out there probably agrees with me. Redneck's just confirming, says no package yet. There we go. Jenny Rose says plus VAT in the UK. Yeah, it's the same here, and it's the same on the continent as well. Redneck Stacker says, I don't feel safe with Stephen having a wrench. Can you help me out, brother? Oh, let's have a look. Red, he says, yeah, you haven't eaten all the chocks. Thrown it away. There you go. There's evidence that Stephen Heath is a chocolate bumper. Will Stalker there saying, lol, I just typed out redneck in the comments and YouTube deleted it. Think it's derogatory. Well, there you go. Never, Stephen, says Redneck Stacker. Be right back, making coffee as usual. That's Aussie. What sort of coffee do you have there? Nice Arabica beans? Stephen, he says, don't give Red a wrench. He'll be asking for trouble. I don't think I need to get out of this program in order to make anyone a mod currently at the minute. So you'll be okay there. There you go. Redneck's having a good laugh. So guys, let's look at. I'm going to look at Palladium quickly. So let's just stop the screen and we're going to share it now. I'm going to do Chrome bar and let's take a look at Palladium. This is the metal I always talk about, but hardly a few only have Palladium. I mean, it'd be interesting to see, does anybody have any Palladium in the chat right now? Because that would be interesting. Does anybody have Palladium in the chat? Right, guys, let's look at Palladium. Well, we had a breakdown, as you can see there. So there's our high. Our high was back here, and there we go. That's where our high was initially. We tried to pump back out of it, which is interesting. So we sort of went. It looked like we were going to be breaking out. If you have a look here as we zoom in, we had this lovely momentum up, and I was like, this looks pretty interesting. But we hit resistance. So that's our resistance currently. So that is the 100 moving average. If we can get ahead, if we can get above that, then you know this line here becomes support, and then we can build up on that and start working our way up. Currently, where we're sitting though is we're sitting on the lower end of the scale, so we're below our 50-day and 20-day moving averages currently in the minute. But again, this is what tends to happen, guys. If you have a look here, whenever any of the precious metals are under the 20-day and 50-day moving average, look what happens. We have a fall down, nice buying opportunity. People get in, and then we're out of it. And then we're back under it, more buying opportunities. There you go. It creates these nice green candles going up. And then people sell, and then we end up under it again, and then we're back above it, and so on. So there's no bulls currently at the minute ready to start getting the price to rally upwards. We did have a nice effect here where we popped up, but we couldn't maintain this, and we broke back down again. So we're back in this descending wedge, if you can call it that. I haven't put the bottom of it in. So it's interesting. We're just sort of just consolidating. If you look at the pattern here, we're just doing that. So Palladium just consolidating, so it could be building up for a further move, either up or down. Let's have a look. Silver City Dude says, I think that a good time to get Palladium is when it's lower than gold. Yeah, that is interesting. I did a Palladium video. Sorry, one of the articles I read was on Palladium, and I think I did that. I think it was last week where we looked at it, and then guys were fairly bullish in regards to Palladium from a manufacturing perspective. I think they reckoned by 2025 or something. So still a long way away. Redneck Stacker, there you go. He says, I have Palladium about 5 ounces. Good for you, man. Hopefully you bought at lower prices. But there you go, Redneck Stacker, awesome. No, says Coin Collector. Jody Rhodes says no. Was that Jameson 870 says no. Maybe my catalytic converter. Catalytic converters run on platinum. The diesel cars use Palladium, although they are interchangeable apparently, which I did an article on. You'd have to double check. I think it was last week, in regards to it, saying that manufacturers were going to be moving to platinum because obviously it's a cheaper metal versus Palladium, and you can use platinum for the same purpose as Palladium. There you go. Will Stoker says, I think it's platinum. Jamison. I was looking to buy lithium. Apparently, that is Jody Rhodes. Lithium. Well, we buy lithium every day. we buy lithium in our phones every day. Redneck Stackers. I bought my Palladium when it was. Man, you're a legend, man. I mean, Redneck Stacker. There you go, guys. There's someone who's a long-term investor. Look at that Palladium, $600 an ounce, man. And the guy's got 5 ounces. Man, you're a lucky man, Redneck. That is awesome. Right, so Palladium isn't going to see much in currently in a minute. We're just going to see sideways trading until we start to get above. We're going to get above these moving averages here. So we'll have to see how that trends next week. So let's get on to our first article, which is going to be the silver one. It's called Why Silver Will Be Better Bet Than Gold If Precious Metals Continue the Rally. So let's take a look at that one. That is... There it is. Let's do it. Right, so this is it, guys. This was published on the 31st of July. So again, it was a week ago, but literally, I've been struggling to get news on silver. There isn't much out there. It's all analysis or speculation in regards to the movement in silver, but there's little there to say what the advantages of silver are going to be. So I found this one here. I'd say it's fairly recent. It's it's over a week old. The white metal is far more volatile than it used to be. I'm assuming you guys can hear me okay, right? Just give me a thumbs up to make sure you guys can hear me. Aussie Alchemist says, Red plan on selling. Are you holding long term? Man, I tell you what, when you've got that much of an advantage, you can just you can keep that going. Redneck Stacker, I plan on selling when the price is right. There you go, good man. Aussie Alchemist says, yep, I presume that means you can hear me. All right, let's get this on. So the white metal is more volatile, and that can be used as an advantage by savvy investors. Now, what does that mean? Anyone bullish on precious metals could consider silver instead of gold. The white metal tends to see far more volatility, which is an advantage for traders in an uptrending market. Plus, silver prices are still playing catch-up with gold on the basis of historic price analysis. The small cap of precious metals, when you invest in anything, you would consider how to make volatility work for you. In a bull market, volatility is okay, as long as it is upward trending volatility, which is exactly what we see right now in the precious metals market. In such a case, savvy traders should take a more volatile route. Precious metals bulls are one thing, but silver bulls are a whole other level. When metals markets participants are bullish, they're buying silver for the exact same reasons equity bulls buy small caps. As Parrott explains, silver tends to outperform gold when the market is moving up, and we've seen that, guys, in the last couple of weeks. When we see it from the percentages, when silver is outperforming gold, that's what they mean. They're not talking about price. So let's just make sure everyone understands that. You know, everyone will be like, no, but like gold is $1,500 an ounce. They're not talking dollar value. They're talking percentages. And there you go. In fact, we already see some of this action. The iShares Silver Trust ETFs have jumped 9%, while the gold shares has only risen 3%. So that's threefold. Products or byproducts of metal. Part of the reason that silver is more volatile than gold is the supply of metal tends not to move that much in response to price changes. When most commodity prices move up or down, the producers tend to change how much of the stuff they produce. When the price of copper falls, for example, so may output, and vice versa. Silver is a rare exception. That's because silver production is overwhelmingly the result of miners pursuing other metals, such as gold and copper. In 2018, 74% of silver production was a result of so-called secondary production, according to the Silver Institute. When gold and silver miners make decisions to increase or decrease their mining activities, they look at the price of copper or gold, not the price of silver. The net result is that the silver supplies don't jump around much in the response to changing prices. That can make a silver rally much bigger than the gold rally. Silver, obviously, everyone knows the gold-silver ratio. It's currently up to about 88. So obviously, this is an old article, so it's talking to trades at about 87 times. Historically, the ratio has been in the range between 40 to 80. Again, I'm just going through this. Miller says gold should hit $1,500 a troy ounce. Check this out, guys. We already hit this, right? And this was published on the 31st of July. This says, Miller says you should, gold should hit $1,500 an ounce by the end of the year. Up from 1430 recently. The reason that this is multifaceted, but some of the major catalysts are the US-China trade war worries, rising inflation, and other geopolitical uncertainties. Such a move should help lift silver prices as well, but the white metal would get a double lift if it were to trade at the historical gold-silver ratio of, say, 60 versus the current 87. If that happened, the silver could fetch $25 an ounce, says Miller, up from its current price of $16.40, which are obviously around 17. Even a more conservative ratio, or conservative 80 ratio, that was still looking at 1875. That would mean gold would rally 4%, while silver would rally 14%. That's still decent return. So not bad. Obviously, this is a bit outdated. This is by Simon Constable of TheStreet.com. All right, sorry, I was going to check the chat here and see where we are. Not in bulk. I'm just going through to make sure. Is it red? Screen share. Sorry, it's going to get the next one up. Okay, just getting that next video ready. Sorry, not video, the next screen. So Ozzy says, Red, plan on selling, or are you holding long term? Of thoughts on rhodium? Any thoughts on that? That is exactly about rhodium. I've got no idea about rhodium. Will Stalker, so this is Silver City, he says there aren't too many people that wouldn't want the Batmobile. It's a redneck stacker as well. He says, I plan on selling when the price is right. So Ozzy there, he says he certainly does. Will Stalker says copper will be more than gold in 2020. I promise. Bear with me a sec, guys. Right. He says, I'm going to make a very long and educated video on why I know copper is the next gold. Smash the thumbs up, everyone. I like it. Thanks very much, Redneck Stacker. There you go. That's Redneck Stacker's orders. Everybody smash the like button. I'm not sure how many likes we're on at the minute. I'm not sure. Ozzy says all grades are also falling, and that's for silver. That's interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing this. I presume that's the are we at the start of a new gold rush? There we go. Coin collector. 5,700 a ton in copper. Jeez, that's a lot. Redneck Stacker says copper is a good metal as well. I have lots of copper I store. I don't buy it, but I get tons for free. You should start pouring it, man. Redneck Stacker, do some copper pours. That'd be good. I suppose you could do a mixture of silver and copper. See how that goes. Will Stalker says, do they make titanium coins? I've seen one in the past. Well, they did have 1 ounce of titanium, but again, I haven't seen that many. I've seen bars, but not actual coins. Redneck says, I scrap, so I come across a lot of silver. There you go. It's got a good plan there. It was that coin hunting couple. How are you doing? He said, well, they say I want the platypus platinum or palladium coin. Wow, there you go. Straight in there. Will Stalker says, I think we can get bars. I think hard to press for coins. Don't quote me. Yeah, I think it's the same. Postage could be extra. Jody says $20,000 extra. Will Stalker says, can I have a 1-ton bar? How do you want that delivered? By helicopter? Redneck says, I'm always up for a great convo on metals. Let's have a look. Coin collector. Both. And then we've got Coin Hunting Couple who said, I would like them to make U-beam in silver, but they don't. U-beam. I'm not sure what U-beam is. You'd have to clarify that. Is Red off? Okay, cheers, Red. Thanks, Redneck Stacker. It's good to see you, bud. Have a great afternoon and have a great weekend too. I've got to run, you all. Have a great stream, y'all. Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. Right, let's get cracking with this one. Are we at the start of a new gold rush? This is published on the 9th. I got this today, guys. This is by Jonathan Wright. This is Fidelity International. Precious metal prices have rallied this week on the back of further US-China trade tensions and central banks around the world cutting interest rates. Gold crossed the psychological important level of 1,500 an ounce for the first time in over 6 years, while silver prices rose to the highest level since June 18, which I said before, at over $17 an ounce. On the ongoing tit-for-tat trade disputes between the US and China have spooked markets, causing investors to rush to safe havens such as gold. But what's really boosted precious metals prices is the recent cuts to interest rates around the world, with the outlook of more to come. At the beginning of August, the US made its first rate cut in a decade. This dovish move by the Fed is a stark contrast for the beginning of 2019, when markets were expecting up to 4 rate rises over the course of the year. This week, the Reserve Bank of India followed suit, cutting rates. There's various other banks. It says, meanwhile, the Reserve Bank of New Zealand surprised markets with a 50 basis point cut. That's massive. Against the forecast of 25, and Thailand unexpectedly cut its rates as on the expected economy was likely to grow more slowly than the previously expected. So why are these cuts boosting the appeal of gold? Firstly, rate cuts weaken the currency, and a weaker US dollar makes the cost of buying the yellow metal cheaper in places like India and China. Secondly, gold and silver, for that matter, pay no income. This means as rates decrease, holding your money in cash becomes less attractive compared to holding it in gold as the interest you earn decreases. Thirdly, secondly, gold and silver pay no income. Everyone knows that. You don't draw income from gold. This means that obviously as rates decrease, holding your money in cash becomes less attractive because you're making less money on it. I think eventually you'll be paying banks to actually hold money, which is technically we're not far from that stage, really. If you think about your what you pay to banks in bank fees, what they charge, you're actually paying banks to hold your money for you. Thirdly, and more importantly, precious metals are a real tangible asset with a finite supply. Again, finite supply, tangible asset. Precious metals are a real tangible asset. Unlike paper currencies, central banks can't simply print more when times get tough. It's estimated that all of the gold ever mined in the world would fit into a 21-meter cube. It can't simply be created out of thin air. If gold does continue to rise, it's also good news for gold miners. When the gold price goes down, the share prices the share prices of gold miners tend to fall further as production costs have to cut to make the same level of profit. However, if the gold prices rises and the miners are still able to dig it out of the ground at the same production cost, their profit margins can increase very rapidly. Getting the balance right. So just before we get that on, to check everyone here, let's have a look. Chat wise, next stop for silver says $20. That's Slinging Silver 84. Welcome. How are you doing? We've got Coin Hunting Couple says not Ubeam, lol. Make them the platypus silver. Bad, also correct. Not Ubeam. Sorry. I was wondering what that was. Jody Rhodes, platinum is only low because Russia is the main producer. Well, it's Russia and South Africa, actually. South Africa produces 75% of all the world's platinum, and you can even check that out. So 75% of all platinum is mined in South Africa. A small percentage there is in Russia. I'm hoping to $9 silver. I'm hoping for $9. No, I don't want low prices anymore. Man, the volatility will be ridiculous. I mean, just think of XRP, man. Just think of the volatility in that, and that's only 30 cents. I've got to finish my video, folks. Have fun. Silver City, dude. Cheers, buddy. Thank you very much for joining us. You can keep this running in the background if you like, if you don't want to miss out on the giveaway. Jody says it must go to record highs. Yep. Right, getting the balance right. As ever, the diversification should always be central to any investor strategy. So for those that don't know what diversification is, so basically if you decide today you want to invest, let's just say $1,000 in precious metals, and you go, I'm putting all of it on silver because I can have a lot of silver. Right, so what that means is you've basically put all your $1,000 in one asset, and you're basically hoping that that asset is going to start appreciating. Obviously, yeah, it's still high premiums for silver for start with. When I mean premiums, just the buying premiums. So it's going to take you a while for that to come in. However, what you can do, obviously, that's hence what diversification is that you can put, let's say you can split that up. So you can go, well, 1,000, I'd say, well, instead of having 1,000 in silver, I can have 800, or I can have, say, 600 in gold. I can have 200 in silver and 200 in platinum. And what that does is that diversifies it and obviously reduces the amount of risk that you can take. So if silver's down, it's going to take you a while for it to start, generating into the green. Then effectively your platinum or your gold, more than likely gold at this stage because the premiums are low, can help you balance out that portfolio. So your gold's up in the green. However, it's making up for the losses in either silver and maybe into a bit of platinum. However, when platinum starts going up as well, then you're making money on platinum and gold, but your silver's still struggling. So that's what they mean by diversification. So as part of a balanced portfolio of equities, bonds, property, and cash, precious metals offer a further way to make your investment more diversified. So again, if you've got property, again, that is an investment. You've got equities, bonds, you're just about diversifying your options. This is especially relevant in the era of lower for longer interest rates, with yields on cash doing little to beat inflation over the long term. So how can investors access these commodities? Well, there are two popular routes: either invest in the metal itself, or the companies that mine it, as easy way to gain exposure to the movements of the gold price without having to buy or store actual gold bars, though. An exchange traded fund, which is an ETF, like a tracker fund. These aim to track the gold price in a more cost-effective way. So that means there's no premiums as such. You're buying effectively there's whatever the premium is. I've never done an ETF, so I've got no idea. There might be 1% or 1.5%. I don't know. You'd have to do your own research. These include iShares and ETFS as physical gold. Alternatively, another option is to choose funds that actively invest in gold mining companies such as Investec, Global Gold Fund, There you go. It says that they have a select list of 50 preferred funds. Again, I'm not going to go into too much detail. This is the 5-year performance, guys. This is very interesting. I'm just going to check the chat here. Let's make sure everyone's right. So we're swapping interest rates. There we go. Swap interest rate cuts to recessions. Aussie Alchemist says, Oz government preparing to go negative. Transactions over 10K will be illegal. Yep, I saw that. So banks don't have a mass exit. I actually covered that in the video, Aussie. I did. What was that? Last week sometime. But you'd given me the heads up on it. Great point, Aussie. They are planning on stopping the runs. Submissions closed Monday. I have been lobbying local PMs or MPs to block the bill. Aussie, I'm going to start a bank just for the homies. Let's have a coin hunting couple says, got to remember silver and gold value is regulated outside the country's currency values. That's why I see holding gold and silver overpaid money is smart. It's the smart money. South Africa collapsing every day, says Jody Rhodes. They're still very rich in resources, my friend. With silver ATMs, imagine that you could draw go to an ATM and draw your silver 1 ounce coin out of the bank. On my own bank, says Will Stalker. Very nice. What's this? Wow, Aussie. Did not know that. He said, you're not invited then, Aussie. Jody Rhodes says, all up today. The GB pound currency's down 4 wins. Paranoid Philosopher. He says, this has been a great old stream. You were all great company while I was making dinner. Have a good night, all. Bye. Paranoid Philosopher, thanks very much for dropping in, buddy. You can still keep it idle. We're going to be doing the giveaway at the end of all the articles, so just make sure you're around for that. You can drop in later, something like that. You can keep track of it, man. But thanks again. Aussie Alchemist says later, Paranoid Limey, in Dubai you can get little gold bars from ATMs. Wow, I did not know that. I did. Wow, that's cool. Silver ATMs, that's an idea. Imagine what the premium would be on that, I wonder. There we go. Same as Oz, we have resources to fall back on. Go uranium. Right, let's look. 5-year performance, everybody. So here we go. We've got gold and silver. We've got 2014 to 2015. We've got 2015 to 2016. Look at that. Silver outperformed gold that year. And then and then it all went down. Still, I mean, I guess the silver guys must have been there. Hey, that's fantastic. Okay, but let's look at it. Down 15%. That was 2014 to 2015. Silver down 28%. That's because we're still coming off that massive high in 2011. The 2015 and 2016, you had a 23% jump, and then 26% jump in silver. Then the 2016 to 2017 year, minus 19%, minus 7.2. 2017 to 2018, minus 4%, minus 8%. So one thing we can see here, it's getting smaller and smaller. So we had minus 28 here, then 26 to 19, then 8, then 4. So we started to get better. It took a very long time to get here, but we're here now. Then 15, 7, 4, and 15 now is where we are. Right, so important information. The value of investments and incomes from that can go down as well as up. So you can get back less than you invest. Select 50. Okay, that talks about their, select 50, safe havens, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I just want to show you this last year's performance. So gold, as you can see, is definitely over the longer term has definitely outperformed silver, and silver's only outperformed it once from a whole year. But still, interesting article. We're going to move on to. We're going to look at some Bitcoin now, guys. How is Bitcoin looking? Man, I thought, you know what? I really thought yesterday. I thought, man, this thing's pumping. I saw this here. It got sorry, just on this. Let me just make sure you guys can see that. Yep. Just give me a sec. Right, sorry, guys, I'm back now. Just going to check the chat quickly, and then we'll have a look at that. Well, Stalker says, Limey's wife just hit him with a broom for talking to his internet friends. Will Stalker bought some of those bars from a company that stocks them. Really cool little bars. Is Ozzy having a good laugh there? That's grand. We got way off topic there. It's like, what bars were you talking about? And we've got Jody there. It was still super entertaining. I love the channels you guys put out. I spend most of my day on here. Wow, thanks, Jody. Oh, with the other channels too, of course. Yeah, there's a great bunch of guys. We're up to 13 watching, so guys, thanks very much for that. And again, hit the like button as well. Really appreciate the support for the channel. We're going to have a look through Bitcoin here, and then we're going to be doing the giveaway. We'll get that on track. So let's check this out. Right, so I was watching it yesterday. Essentially, we were in this zone here. I saw this green candle forming, and straight away, because I had a line of resistance and support drawn, and it popped above that, and I was like, I wonder if this is gonna push up. And what happened? Of course, you don't put the money in, you miss the opportunity. So straight away, what happened was I saw this pump here. And guys, there's a clue over here. Now, obviously, this can go either way, but it's something to keep in mind. You get these 3 candles here, right? And then what you get is they refer to this as a handle. Now, if we have a look here, we've got another one there, and then we get a spike. There's another one there, and we get a spike. The only one we haven't really seen that, we've seen it here as well. 3 candles and a spike. Not really there, but it's something to watch out for. If you manage to get it, there's one there, very small one, but still the spike came. And over here was more consolidation. Of course, we had a sell-off. So it looks like it's there. I'd say 75% of the time it could be right, but I mean there is some degree of risk involved. So just make sure you're comfortable with it, putting money into crypto, because it is extremely high volatile. And people can get wrecked. So just be careful. Do your own research. At the end of the day, it's it is your money that you're putting in. But anyway, let's take a look here. So Bitcoin currently priced at $11,837 a token. It broke the 12. That's essentially what we have here. And then what happened was we had sell off and we're back down again. This is the 3rd time, and this is why I'm saying if you look at the numbers here, we're just not getting sufficient volume in. If you have a look here, okay, well, interesting enough, we're not getting the 0.10 or the 0.001 bitcoins currently. There's a buy order here. There you go. You can see 2651 bitcoin. So sounds interesting. Whereas when the numbers I was seeing yesterday just was not there. The numbers I was seeing there was just ridiculous. I was like amazed that people were actually putting money in. And he says, "Yeah, man, that's insane. How much you've done. Great prediction. This can either go up or down." Will Stoker there says, "Miss Limey said, get your ass off that YouTube machine and feed the damn donkey, or I'll tell your friends that you're grounded." There you go. There's the donkey symbol there from a coin collector. I hope I can get some gold on film this weekend. Yesterday was unsuccessful in general permission. Sorry, guys, just give me a minute. Right, guys, let's take a look here. Right. Hope I can get some gold on film this weekend. Yesterday was unsuccessful in general permission area. Going to try and get a private permission today. Good luck on that one. Let's have a look. Will Stoggis says, "Sucker, oh sick! I've got one just for fun, and another at the gold ATM in Istanbul too." Wow. So Will Stoggis says, "SHIT guys." She found Limey's hiding spot. I'm actually not hiding currently. I'm in plain sight here, guys. uh, what's this one? We should build him a treehouse with Wi-Fi. Right, Coin Hunting couple says came back getting kids fed. Just called LCS. They got some special rounds. He found in his old collection. Well, that sounds interesting. Very nice. Antique rounds. Love it. Johnny Rhodes says, "Oh, another one who has to hide out in the garden." Silver Heist man, how you doing? What's up, Limey? Driving and lurking. Love it. We're going to be doing a giveaway soon, man. So stay tuned. Well, Stoker says, seriously, Limey, I have to hide from my missus when she's streaming. Or when streaming. Well, you were on together earlier on today, so that's why I jumped in. I don't want to jump into Judea's channel there and start talking about medals. If I suppose if you're not there. I find out in an hour. He sounded excited though. There you go. Anyway, guys, let's get back to it. So Bitcoin. Where are we going to here? Well, again, to me, this has to go lower as far as I'm concerned. There's just not enough momentum right now for this to keep moving in an upward trajectory, because we're just failing. We failed here, we failed there, we failed here, we failed there. It's like we just keep on knocking on the door every time. The retail investors have actually, and the retail. I mean, I'm sure guys are getting punished here, because every time they go up, they're like seriously gambling that the price is going to hold, and then someone just jumps in, sinks the price, and then it starts up, and then it starts again. So I'm still on the sidelines here. However, one thing we can say for certain is this support line is holding, and it's funny enough. Look at that; it's bang on the 100-day moving average. Okay, that's on the hourly. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin on the weekly as well, just so we can get a clearer picture. So let's go. Let's check Bitcoin on the daily. Wow, we're seriously look at the daily chart there. We're in a very tight range ready for a breakout or breakdown, which looks like this. If we look at the hourly, it looks very interesting. Now, what we want to see is we want to see higher lows and we want to see higher highs. We're not getting the higher highs, but we are getting the higher lows, guys, which is interesting. So we had a higher low there, a higher low there, a higher low there, a higher low, a higher low again. So are we going to see another high low and a breakout? That is essentially the question. The market where it is now is in a make or break situation. It has to do something. So it's easier for everyone to say it's going to break down. However, what does Bitcoin like doing occasionally? It likes to swing the other way. So it likes to do what the opposite half the time. I'm not saying go out there and put your money in. Again, do your own research in regards to it, but it's an interesting situation. We're going to know in the next day which way Bitcoin's going, at least from that perspective. Let's look at the weekly. The weekly looks very good. There's our weekly, and again, there you go. We just keep adding to it. 2 green candles the last couple of weeks is looking good. So for those that didn't get in at 9.4, well, we ended that week on 10.9, and so far this week we've still got a few days left. We're on 12.380. It looks like we're going to end on the green, at least unless something major happens over the next couple of days. We're still trading above our moving averages, still looking very good. So we're still in that bullish cycle currently, but we're having issues here. It's trying to break up higher. Currently, we're setting lower highs, and we're setting higher lows, which is odd. Which means that we're headed into that little triangle zone, which you guys saw earlier. So it's going to be an interesting day or so. What is going to happen here? And to me, it's going to be like this big builder. So just be cautious. Let's go on the hourly again. So currently we're headed down. Are we going to get a spike? I mean, this is how stupid the market is, guys, as well. If you look at what happened here, right? This was yesterday, right? We opened, right? We did all of this nonsense here, right? Which we spent probably 12 hours of the day doing, and then all it took was 4 hours to go back up here. So it took us over 12 hours to get this mushy stuff all the way to where it was here. However, the bulls came in literally once the bears were tired. The bears were literally tired here. The bulls just came in and pushed the price all the way back up here. And considering that we weren't even that high yesterday, it's amazing how quickly this market can turn. But it seems to be holding this resistance level here. However, we are getting into some interesting zones here. So we're either good to see another breakdown, which means we're heading, we're sticking on the bottom here. As you start to see momentum like this happen, we could see a possible breakout. But pretty much what Bitcoin needs is consolidation. It's got to consolidate sideways for a bit and then attempt to. We're currently trying this like short-term push-up momentum, and it's not working. So that's my look at it. I think we just need to consolidate out and start building up momentum again to press on up. However, the bears won't see it that way. They will want to see a lower price. Yeah, so I don't know. What do you guys think? Just checking the chat here. So, anyone's honest opinion on Robinhood app says you can buy crypto on it. Also, I've heard on the commercials. Never haven't actually heard that one before. Just picked up a 2014 gram stack. 8 grams stacked up 2014 Gibraltar 1 ounce today. Looks pretty cool. Just don't know anything about them, but $19. Couldn't pass on it. Cool. Will Stalker says Bitcoin to 9 grand. I promise again and never again. I'm never wrong. That's another reason why I'm just not in this market right now. To me, it's just too wishy-washy. You can either get it right or you can get it wrong currently. So there definitely has to be a lower. There has to be a lower low here in order for it to gain momentum, start getting up. But we're just not seeing the volume in here. Let's take a look at CoinMarketCap. And again, this will give us an idea of the volume currently at the minute. That's the reason why the alts are getting hammered, because everyone's just putting money from the alts in to keep this afloat, which to me is just complete nonsense. I don't know why the guys are doing that. Yes, I mean, it's like this is a typical moon scenario that we're seeing here. Is the money's coming from the alts here because the guys go like, yeah, the institutional money's coming in. It's coming in. And look at this, guys. The 24-hour volume of 58 million. Maybe if that was 100 million, I'd say, yeah, you're possibly right. Because that's where, we got up to 100 million when we first had that first bull run, all the way up to just under 14K. And then we receded, and we've never been able to get up to that level currently. Yes, Bitcoin dominance is 69, but the reason why is people are selling out of these to keep Bitcoin momentum up. And for me, it's just waiting. It's waiting. It's just waiting to explode. So I mean, to me, it's so precarious right now. It's the reason why the market cap's so big. It's because the money's just coming out of these altcoins to keep it where it is. Yep. So let me just close that. Sorry, I've got to choose the next screen there. Sorry. Okay, there we go. That's crypto. Sorry, there's the market cap for you. So you can see it there, 58.4. It's been in that sort of area. We're still got a decent market cap, 302. So the market cap's still pretty good. Bitcoin dominance still increasing, but look what's suffering here. The alts here are suffering. Wow. That's all the moon is going into Bitcoin currently now, taking all the money out of the altcoins. Just going to check everybody here. Anyone's there we go. That's the opinion we had. Sorry, just got to check with them, catch up with everyone. In case I've missed a comment, just repost it. Aussie Alchemist says sold 40%, converting into silver. Acorns, what cavemen used in, as crypto. So look, Wool Stalker, but it won't make anyone rich. Sucker for Silver says, good battle of bears and bulls on BTC right now. It's absolutely mad, but you can clearly see what's happening. Is the bears want to pull it down, and the money that these guys are just taking out of the alts to try and just beef up Bitcoin. I think it's the most stupidest thing. It's like putting money in. It's betting money on a horse that isn't going to win. Especially at the minute, it's like knowing it's like betting on a three-legged rocking horse. You know, it's just not going to win. At this minute, everyone's just pumping money into it. I just get the feeling that there's a lot of people out there making losses. Jody Rhodes, there you go. He says it's just gambling, red or black. Take your pick. Yeah, currently it's red or black, and you've either got the alts or Bitcoin. Will Stalker says, I think Bitcoin has made more people from rags to riches than anyone in our generation. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. If you invested Bitcoin 5 years ago, hey, man, you'd be seriously minted. Jody Rhodes says, I'd love to know how many people bought BTC Plus. There we go, 5 years ago. Everyone else hasn't done that and hasn't done that well. It's because you get a lot of people trying to trade and they don't understand the market. So, you know, when people are getting in at the highs up here, so, you know, people like, they're just following this. They just follow, which you just don't do. You just don't follow. You don't chase it. So they chase it and they go, yep, there we go. It's going up. Got to get in now. Boom. And then straight away they've lost, you know, $300-400. And then they're down in the dumps here and they're not getting back up to that level. So now they're like, no, I'll put another 400 in. And then they see the rise and they're like, yeah, there you go. And then it falls again. Just constantly making mistakes. But let's have a look anyway. Top 5 coins, obviously Bitcoin at 211 billion. Ethereum, to me, there's got to be a correction here. And then as the altcoins become cheaper and cheaper, people are going to start putting money into the altcoins because why not? When you can buy Litecoin at $83, well, XRP under 30 cents, Ethereum at 208, just great. Yeah. Silver Limey 79. He says, so what is the best undervalued crypto at the moment, in your opinion? Well, I've got, I still got Ethereum and Litecoin. Those are the ones I still currently hold. I think the Litecoin's just had its halving. So for me, that I'm, you know, unfortunately, I can't take my money out of there now. It's in. So I'm expecting some news on Litecoin currently, but Ethereum, again, it's you know what has to stop here, Ozzy, is this hemorrhaging of money out of these altcoins to feed Bitcoin, because it's not working. You know, if they've just left their money as, I mean, if you think about the first run we had, the first up to 14K run we had, nobody was shifting their money out of these altcoins. You know, it's because, you know, you had like outside money coming in, and it's the reason why we had up to 100 billion in 24-hour volume is because we had outside money coming in. And the moment, obviously, we lost, well, I wouldn't say lost, but the moment that the guy dumped at 25,000 or 32,000 Bitcoins, and then everyone started to sell at the same time. And then that's the last time we had. And then we've had subsequent attempts to get back up again. But I just think the bulls, they just keep trying. But now what they're doing is they're selling money out of these altcoins to keep funding Bitcoin at the minute. And there's just no momentum in it. It has to come down. It has to come down naturally. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Bitcoin pans out. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, in the long run, yes, I believe it is going to be much higher. But again, just short-term wise, there has to be a correction. Because if we can get up to the first run up to 14,000 and everything was in the green, you had Ethereum at 350, you had XRP at 50 cents, you had Bitcoin Cash at over 500, you had Litecoin sitting at 140. Where's all the money gone? Binance Coin, actually, funny enough. Look at Binance Coin. There's another one, and Monero as well. Monero has done well, but I haven't got access to those. Binance Coin or Monero. Let's have a look. Coin Collector's back. Jody says, I made $20, then dumped it onto gold. Nice. Let's have a look. Profiting on cryptos and buying gold and silver with this is a win-win. There you go. He's got a strategy in mind. Wasn't the best period of sleep, says Jody. And apartments in New York City is more than $100 million. Volume isn't there. I know it isn't there. You're absolutely right. Aussie Alchemist, be right back, and he needs to get a charger. I'll put my phone on charge. My phone just died. Did I miss the draw? No, the draw's still coming, buddy. It's coming after this, so we're gonna get cracking with it. Blended whiskies here as well. Hey man, how you doing? Woolstalker says Libra. Right, so let's get to it. Let's change the screen here. Right, so this is it. It says Bitcoin, the tug of war between the bulls and bears as trading range tightens. Okay, so this was published today. It says Bitcoin has charted a narrowing price range over the last 3 days, neutralizing the immediate bullish setup. A bull revival needs a UTC close above Wednesday's high of 12,145. Yeah, so basically what they need to be above, not this 12,145, it needs to be above 12,3 to get the bulls going again, and we're just nowhere there. We just can't get there. The outlook turn bearish if prices print a UTC close below Wednesday's low of 11,300. The odds of a bearish close could rise if BTC breaks lower from a contracting triangle seen on intraday charts. BTC is witnessing indecisive price action for a third day with the break above Wednesday's high of 12,145 needed to revive the bullish outlook. That's the reason why I said 12.3, not like exactly 12,145. The leading cryptocurrency is currently trading 11,690 on Bitstamp, representing a 0.85% drop. Prices hit a high of 12,000 as Asia trading before quickly falling back below 12. Today is the fourth straight day of the bull failure above 12,000. Again, that's the fourth straight day. I mean, that's what I mentioned earlier, that they've tried to get above 12. The cryptocurrency hit an intraday high of 12,325 on Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday, respectively, only to print a close below 12 on the last 3 days. Essentially, BTC has charted lower highs above the 12,000 since Tuesday. At the same time, it's created higher lows, which is exactly what I was saying earlier, but it's puzzling because you're either going in one direction. However, the support is there, but the resistance is still being held. So it says that narrowing price range is a sign of indecision, which is what the point I was trying to get at. The consolidation could also be considered a sign of bullish exhaustion, since it comes following a 35% price rise over 8 days. And that's another thing I was saying, is that it can't decide what it wants to do, so it has to consolidate probably for a while before it attempts up again. Just needs to stabilize a bit. Okay, then we start talking about prices. Again, there's no point talking about that. There's the range that we were looking at. Breakouts, inside bars. Bitcoin revived the bull market with a falling channel breakdown on Wednesday. So far, however, the follow-through has been anything but bullish. The cryptocurrency created a dragonfly doji yesterday, which occurs when the market trades down and then reverses to a close largely unchanged on the day. That candlestick pattern is widely considered an early warning of a bearish reversal. I'll show you guys what a doji looks like. Something like that, but very tight, like very, very slim. So you get that huge narrow, like where it basically finishes where it started. That is effectively what a doji is. Let's have a look. It says the day chart also shows a double inside bar. Now they're talking about that one. I'm not going to go into it. So the focus is on Wednesday's high of and a low of 12,145 and 11,3 support level. A close above the 12,145 would signal resumption of a rally from recent lows near 9.1 and open the doors for a bearish lower high of 13.2. So interesting enough, looking at the price of cryptocurrency at the minute, it just seems like guys are, I don't know if they're speculating that if it looks like Bitcoin's going up, maybe that's why they're pumping money into it. But to me, that's such a dangerous move. I mean, I certainly wouldn't be comfortable with that. Let's have a look. And I mean, don't get me wrong, if the bulls come back and they break above that hem, and that is just great, but it's just too much risk. There's too much risk. You're literally betting on the market going one way. Right, we're up to 15, guys. I spent that much on my BOA card. Stopped working. You think they have Wi-Fi there? There you go. Will Stalker says, I made $30 in crypto, drove to the LCS, bought silver coin, walked out, and had $50 parking ticket. Oh man, terrible. Sorry, man. Jody says Bitcoin is like a couple of ladies I met in Geneva. The more money I put in, the more they want. Right, guys, let's get the giveaway underway here. So let's just check the prices for silver currently. Silver's trading at $16.95, so not looking too bad there. Gold is at $1,497. We've got platinum currently priced at $860. Palladium is at $1,425. Last price for Bitcoin, $11,825. Right. Okay, so this is how we are going to do the giveaway, guys. You're all going to get one guess each, and then we're going to choose a random a random number generator, which is what you're going to see in front of you. So here it is. So I'm going to choose between how many there are in the chat. So we've got 15 viewing. So that's 15 of you. So we're going to choose between 1 and 15. And let's see what we're gonna we might need to increase that just in case someone comes in. Like, it's the last thing is two people guessing the same number. So let's see, we're gonna do 1 to 18 minimum number, and then I'll hit the generate key shortly. So are you guys ready? I haven't said go yet. Okay, blended says 3, 4, 5. So I'll let you know when to say when I say go, you get one guess each, and go. Okay, the first one on my screen that matches that number, although I should have said it's one guess only, so please go ahead. Let's see, we've got Coin Collector with 7, DB Stupid with 12, Jamison also with 12. That's interesting. Yeah, so if there's a tie, the first one on my screen will get it. Silver Heist says 9, Aussie Alchemist says 2, Will Stalker says 6, well, there we go. Metal Bum. Wow, okay, we said 52 there. I did say one guess. So sorry, you missed out that one there, Metal Bum. Lol. Coinroll Craig says question mark. The details of entry are in the description there, guys. Jeez, the laptop is about to die there. Jesus. Okay, so choose number between 1 and 18. Okay, so this is it. This is the number. This is the first one we're going to do now. So let's do it. Generate number 9. The first one that put number 9 down is going to get the first go. Okay, I did say one guess each, guys. So again, it's the Silver Heist put a 5 and then he puts it in a 9. So I'm going to have to skip you there. That's Metal Bum. Metal Bum has number 9. Okay, Metal Bum has number 9. Right, Metal Bum. You're going to have to choose a number between 1 and 5. Choose your number between 1 and 5. Two. Okay, good luck. Okay, nope, we'll get to do it again. So we're going to do. Okay, you didn't get it this time, so we're going to do a redo for everybody. So between 1 and 18, we've got 15 watching. One guess each, guys. I'll let you know when to go. There you go. 1 to 18. Put your number in. Right, Metal Bum. Only one guess each again, please. So Metal Bum's got 4. Coin Sense and Nonsense just dropped in. So I'm like working hard on Friday, man. Have fun on the stream. Giveaway time is, it seems, it certainly does. Okay, so we've got 13. Let's see, we got 11 there. We got 13 by Jamison. Coin Sense and Nonsense is 13. Sucker for Silver. Silver High said 15. Sucker says 11. Stalker says 6. Right, let's do it. Right. Okay, so random number generator is number 18. Did anyone say 18? Okay, no one said 18. Okay, so we're going to go again. Okay, so I'll get this ready. This time we're going to do 1 to 16 because a couple of people have dropped out. So numbers between 1 and 16, please. And go. Okay, 1 to 16. Oh, DB Stupid says 12. We got Metal Bum says 5. Coin Collector says 7. Coin Roll right next to him says 7. We got 13 for Blended Whiskey. Graham Stacker says 11. Silver Ice says 11 too. Coin Sense says 13 again. Jody says 1. So good luck, everybody. Let's see who got it. Number 5. I do see a 5. Okay, 1 to 16, and that's Metal Bum there with the second guess on my screen there. Congratulations, buddy. So again, you choose a number between 1 and 5. Good luck. Choose a number between 1 and 5. DB Stupid says rigged. Right, Metal Bum, he says his number's 2, so good luck to you. And the number's 1. Okay, so we're going to do this again, guys. So again, go 1 to 16. In fact, let's do 1 to 15. Tighten the numbers up a bit. Okay, so go for it. 1 to 15. Put your numbers in. One guess each, guys, just to recap. I'm lost, says Coin Sense and Nonsense. Basically, this is the way it works. Coin Sense and Nonsense. So whoever chooses the first number gets the draw, and then you get to choose a number between 1 and 5. In order to, if you choose the correct number between 1 and 5, you obviously get the win. It just gives enough people a chance to get a chance to win. So that's the reason why we do that twice. Right, let's go. The number is 2. Okay, was there a 2? Jody Rhodes, there you go. Jody, there you go. Number 2. So Jody, 1 to 5, please. That is 1 to 5. Good luck. You got a 1 in 5 chance to get it right. Okay, he chooses number 1, so good luck, man. Fantastic. Jody Rhodes wins. He's got the win. Congrats, buddy. You win $20 in crypto. There we go. So there we go. Jody Rhodes. Is this how the gold market works? Jody, if you have a look at the rules, obviously one of the rules is you got to be 16. You need a crypto account, so I need an address. I can get that off to you. You drop me an email. There'll be a number of things we need to do just to make sure that you are you. Just to verify. That's my email address there, silverlimey79@gmail.com. Blender Whiskey says, give Jody 1 Bitcoin. Yeah. There you go, guys. The best thing about this is that I can send it to you instantaneously. So once I have an address, effectively, I can transfer it instantly. Or I might take, depends on where. I don't know what's happening, says Jody. Well, you just won some crypto there, Jody. Please check the description for the entry details. It says Metal Bum. That's hilarious. The virus for his Bitcoin, says Jody. Yep, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you in Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin. It depends what you want. Well, Stugger says everyone send Limey $1 of Bitcoin so he does more games. I need entertaining. Right, so Jody, drop me an email there. Just confirm everything. You're over 16, and that you have a crypto account. Otherwise, open one up. I've got a link in the description. You can go straight to Coinbase. You can get one set up, and I can transfer you the Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin, whichever you prefer. It's entirely up to yourself. Silver High says, if I had Bitcoin, I would forget password. Jody Rhodes put 13. Interesting enough. Everyone. So Jody, yeah, drop me an email there, guys. This is the end of the stream, so I just want to thank you all for spending your time with me. Congrats to Jody Rhodes there, the winner of the crypto there. I'm going to close out with the last screenshot of silver currently. So guys, there we go, 16.95. That is on the weekly. Let's check out the daily. Silver currently $16.95. Hopefully we're going to be seeing some big moves next week. Again, thank you all. Just give you some shout outs to everybody. Graham Stacker says, so nice of you to do, Limey. Hats off, sir. That's Graham Stacker. Heist can't do a Bitcoin unboxing video. No, you can't. Coin sense nonsense. Good thing I didn't win. No crypto accounts. Yeah, that was one of the requirements. Obviously, it's not exchangeable. Sucker for Silver says, thanks, Limey. Fun as always. Well, thanks very much, guys. Really appreciate you all for dropping in. Blended Whiskey there. He says, Silver Limey, I sent you an email. Show me them eye candy. Silver Heist, thanks. Silver Heist, thanks, lineup. Congrats, Jody. Jody Rhodes says, I'm on the app. I still have no idea. Can't see anything. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know why you can't see anything. Everything is up there. Metal Bum, as always, good to see you, man. You came very close. Likewise with Silver Heist as well. Also came close there. Just put 2 guesses in. Appreciate it. That's Metal Bum there. Then we got Jody. Guys, I don't need the money. Roll it over onto the next one. Well, again, just send me, drop me an email if that's something you want to do. No pressure. Think about it over the next couple of days. If you change your mind, Jody, there's really no need. Unless you absolutely insist, then I'll roll it over to the next one. There's no issue at all. Just drop me an email. Take your time. Take a couple of days. Let me know on Sunday what you want to do. That's for Jody there. There's no pressure at all, my friend. Let me know what you prefer to do. But just don't make rash decisions. It is money after all. Cheers, Limey. Have a great day, everyone. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. It's not this side, that's for sure. It's absolutely bucketing down. Blended whiskey, very nice show. Again, thanks very much for that, Jody. It's always great to, a blended whiskey. Always good to see you. Metal Bomb says, Jody, you should take it. It'll be worth 3,000 in the next few years. You never know if you're going to keep it in Bitcoin. I'll tell you what, guys, could be worth 1,000 more. You know, it's entirely up to you. Jody says, lol, I have enough. Roll it over. Drop me an email first, Jody. Again, I'm not going to take any decisions right now. So drop me an email, silverlimey79@gmail.com. Let me know 100% what you want to do, and then I'll roll it over. Metal Bum says, someone offered me 0.5 Bitcoin for an online video game character back like 2013, and I declined. Wow. Yeah. I bet you it was quite different back then. That's and so, guys, thanks very much. As usual, have a great day, guys, and I want to try and get some videos up this weekend. I've got family coming over as well. My wife's family's coming over, so I might be busy tomorrow, so probably no video tomorrow, but obviously we need to do the shout outs on Sunday, so we'll be doing the shout out videos. And I've really got to get around to some doing so. I've got some graded coins arriving. I've got another graded coin arriving tomorrow, so I'll try and do them in one video. Thanks again, guys, as usual. All of you are great. I love chatting to you guys out there. And again, have a fantastic evening and take care, everybody. Remember, buy low and sell high. Cheers, everybody.